Today I'm going to cover mainly like automating this particular website and that automation exercises which we are going for our framework level test, right? So and everyone should be complete. Like I will assign the test cases. So I will explain the first test case. Then after we can work on that. So before starting a framework, please ready with this data. Okay, today I'll going to explain this one. Meanwhile, and again how to capture the locators and what is the XPath. Okay, in the interview people will ask some questions, right? Even though we have a tools but we require, so for that I will explain what is XPath, how to write XPath and syntax, and what is the CSS selectors. Okay, what is the CSS selector, how to use the CSS selector. So while writing this particular auto practical session, so I will cover this locator, some more information about this CSS selector and XPaths. Okay. Yes. Now let me tell you that. So what I have done, and so yesterday I about to teach this one, but due to our practical session, I did not take it. So now you see, this my class name is register test case. So for this registration of this website, okay, and so as we know, we need to launch a browser, and all the steps are predefined. Just I copied the steps here, okay, and I pasted into here. Now I will write the code. So usually in real time also we used to get this kind of manual test cases in the Jira tool or ALM. Okay, so that test management tool we have some kind of test cases, so which are going to be automated as based on these steps. Okay, so let's see that how we are going to do. So launching the browser. So what we can do here. So what is the statement to write? WebDriver small driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, so then we are going to launch the driver dot. So driver dot get. Okay, get URL, right? So get URL. So we are using get URL. So there is a one more method, navigate method. Navigate to, you can to is a URL. Okay, either you can provide a get to URL string, right? So we can provide this URL. So there are two methods to launch a browser loading the URL. Okay, so one is a get. Okay, one is a get method, and another one is driver.navigate is another method which can also load the browser on the web page. Okay, so now, and also here, so when the browser is open, so we need to manage our maximizing. So maximize the browser instance. So how to do that? So we need to tell the driver, hey driver object is a driver. Okay, and I want to manage my window to be maximized. So that way you can remember. So what people will ask that what is the minimize command? So you need to remember in the theoretical. Okay, a driver is going to manage to maximize the browser. So manage is the internal method, and in that Windows is the other method. On top of that there is a maximize is a method. So this is the way it will be remembered, right? Yeah. So now we need to click the sign up button. Okay. So we need to click the sign up button. Navya, can you mute? Okay. Yeah. So click on sign up button, sign in or login button. So let me inspect this one. So while inspecting, so you see the first step what we are doing to write the action on that. Inspecting the locator, and we are decided that particular element, HTML element. What is the element? Okay, and what are the attributes? And which attribute is unique? Which attribute is unique and it is useful for our automation? So that should be required to explore here. Okay, so let me show you that one. So let me go to the site. And where is that? Yeah. So let me open this next window. Now this is the place. So here it is there, sign in and login, right? Yeah. Now let me inspect it. So how to inspect? Right click and inspect. So you will see that inspect window, and it will be like side by view or below. So I change to below, and again I'm inspecting the sign in, sign up, and login. Now you see that here is there. Okay. So here, what is the tag? So I told you, right, what first is the HTML tag you have to identify. The tag is a tag. Okay, anchor tag. And there is a attribute is href. Href is the attribute. Okay. Inside that, there is a one I information tag. Okay, the information tag, and there is a free text. This is a free text. Okay. So now you can see that there is a no ID here, no name here. Okay, only one attribute is there. That is the href attribute is there. Okay. So now what we can do, so as per the Selenium will look for the first ID. Okay. So for look for the ID. Okay, ID attribute. No, it is not there. This particular HTML is not there. And next one is I told you name. Name is also not there. We have a link text is there. Okay, it is a link text. Okay, we can use the link text or partial link text. Okay, either you can go for the XPath. We can go for the XPath. Okay, so let's see the what is the XPath and how to write XPath. Okay, and what are the things need to be learned in the XPath level. Okay, so let me open the page. Yeah, let me make it bigger. Yes. So I will share you this document as well. Please go through that. Okay. So what is a XPath is? XPath is a like which will be in the document of, because it is in the HTML page, which means okay, we can operate a XPath on the HTML documentation. So how do we write this one? XPath will be as a query language. So what we query in the one object on the document model. Okay, but how to write it? There are some syntax. Okay, Selenium we use for the XPath for finding a one locator. Okay, and how do we find? So there are two ways to find. One is the absolute XPath, and another one is relative XPath. So there are two ways to write the XPath in Selenium. One is absolute XPath and relative XPath. So what is absolute and what is the relative? Let me tell you that. Okay. So yeah, so let's see that. So this is a syntax. So let me brief you about the syntax in detail. Okay. So this particular first one is slash slash. So every XPath will by starting with this double slashes. I will tell you the difference between the first slash and single slash. Okay. But first symbol of the XPath is slash slash. So whenever you have in your code, so existing code in your company, so if you find this kind of double slashes, so that means it is a XPath. Okay, the person is written XPath. And the first thing is tag name. So HTML tag. This is HTML tag. So HTML, we have list of tags, right? Input tag, anchor tag, division is a tag. Okay, so it is a tag. Okay, division tag. Okay, select to tag. Right? We have lot of tags. So this is a tag. And @ is a symbol, a square bracket, and @ and @ of attribute name. So @ of attribute name means, suppose here we have a input tag. Let me write it here. Okay. So it is a input. Okay. And let me start right like this. Yeah. Input. Input is a tag name. Inside that I have an attribute ID equal to user. Okay. And so there is a one more placeholder is another attribute. Placeholder. Placeholder is also username. It is a capital user. Okay. So this is the a text, input type for the HTML. Okay, input type for the HTML. Now you can see this is my input text. Okay, so now if I write here XPath, so my XPath starting with the / and input type, and then after square bracket. So now we can see here there are ID is the one of the attribute and the placeholder is the one of the attribute. So I can take placeholder here. Okay, you can take ID also, no problem, but better we can go with the placeholder. So what is this annotation? At the rate we have to provide. And this is a attribute name, this is the attribute name, and this is the attribute value. Okay, after equal to, that is a value of the attribute or attribute value. Okay, so now here at the rate and placeholder placeholder is my attribute equal to and double quotation and username. Okay, username and end with the square bracket. So this is the way we can write by XPath for this HTML tag. Okay, so this is a HTML tag is in the while inspecting we'll see this one according to the XPath syntax. So it is a tag name. Okay, / tag name, square bracket starts and at the rate attribute. What is the input tag at the rate attribute? It is a placeholder. So what is the value is assigned? Attribute of value is username. So this is the way we need to write. So here attribute can be anything, any attribute, not only the ID name, class name. Okay, so it depends upon the attribute in the first tag. Okay, so let me show you and write the practical example here. So let me inspect our existing site. So now I want to write XPath here. So what I need to do is, here you can click it in the dialog and Control F. So once you do Control plus F here, okay, Control plus F here, within this element section, so now you can see this area. This is the drop down list. And also here you can see these are the two areas you need to observe. Okay, find by string or selector or XPath. So by the way, it will be filter. Okay, so let me write that XPath for this tag. So let me explain you this tag and how to write XPath for this. Okay, yeah. First I will write it here. So now, what is the syntax for the XPath? / tag name, square bracket, at the rate, attribute equal to attribute value, square bracket ends. So this is a basic syntax for the XPath. So now tell me that it is XPath. I should start with the //. Now you can tell me what is the XPath for this. A is a tag name. A is a tag name. Okay. So after square bracket, what is that? What is the attribute? There is the A tag. Okay, only the one tag is the only one attribute is href. So href, let me write it here. So at the rate href equal to so double quotation. What is the value there? /login. Please don't type it. Whatever the value is there, please copy from here. That is my best suggestion. Just put some time, but better you can copy from the HTML only. Okay, so let me copy this one. Yeah, so copy and paste it here. Okay, so that is the way. Then end with this particular. Let me write it. Finish this one. Yeah, double slash end with the double quotations, square bracket. So this is the way it will be. Now let me write and confirm whether it is a correct XPath or not. How do we confirm? I told you right here we have a one area where we can type our XPath. So this is, we are not at all using XPath CSS selectors. So this is the way we usually do in the manually in this particular inspect area, developer tools. We call as a developer tools where we can write. Earlier we used to do this one, but nowadays we got a predefined plugins, right? Yeah. Now let's see that. So what is XPath? Start with the double slash. A is my tag name and href equal to. So this time we will be lost that again element location. So again re-inspect it. It will come to. Okay, let me inspect it. Yes. So now double quotation slash login and with the double quotes and still bracket. Now you can see that. So there are few areas I'm highlighting. Here it will be highlighted. First thing. Second thing is that I have written the XPath in this text box. And here you can see one of one. So whenever you see one of one, it is a unique XPath, then this XPath will work. Sometimes we will see that one of two, one of three, one of four. That means this XPath is duplicate. Only the first element which will be clickable. If you provide this XPath, it works, but it will click the first object on the page. But you are going to click on the third object by using the same XPath, it will not work. Okay, so that is the case. So these two areas we can see that and find out. Okay, let me copy this one. Okay, so now I'm going to add this in our code. Driver dot find element. So driver dot find elements and by dot is a class by dot id, and within the id we need to provide the XPath. So is it correct or wrong? It is wrong because see, I have written XPath, but I am passing my XPath in a ID format. ID is a method, which is not correct. So what we need to do, it is a XPath format. We have to give the method also XPath. Okay, so let me change this to XPath. Okay, for ID, it is a ID method. For XPath, XPath is a method. So please understood this one. So earlier I placed the ID is a method, but we are not passing ID. Okay, we are not at all passing ID, but we are passing XPath. For that, what we need to do? We need to add a. We need to add a. So let me a special character set. Yeah. Okay. So then yeah. So it is a. I'm not capturing the element reference. Just I'm doing the click operation. So it click on that one. Okay. So head driver find element. I captured the XPath and I'm using the XPath method. So this is my XPath. Please find out this element on the web page. Once you find out this element, please do a click operation. So that is the meaning. Okay. So this is my XPath. Okay. By taking the XPath to find element, please find my web element based on the driver. Okay. So the driver will be find or found. So once you are after found, it will be do the click action. Okay. Yes. Now let me move on to this enter username. Okay. So let me click on this one. Yeah. Now what is the case? Enter username. So verify that new user signing up visible. Okay. New user signing up visible is this one. So this test comparison. So I will tell you that. So or we do not having a assertion right now. So that is the case. I'm going to the second step. Okay. So now here enter email, enter username and email address. So let me inspect this one. So please try to see carefully here. I'm inspecting that in name, and you can see that. So this is the area, the form action. So the root. Okay, root is a form. Okay, root is a form. Okay. root is a form. Okay, root element is a form. Within this form, it is a sign up is a form name. Okay, files action. One of the attribute is sign up, and inside the sign up we have a like how many input type? One, two, three, four, and fifth one is button, right? And there are some different kind of input types. Okay, first one is not sure. It is a input type. What is the input type? Nothing is name is some blah blah is there. But second one you can see there is a input type and data hyphen QA. This is a one of the attribute. Placeholder is a one of the attribute, and name is a one of the attribute. Okay, and this is a free text. See, there is a no value a key value pair. If it is not key value pair, it is a free value. Okay, free text. Okay, so every attribute will have a key. Key is a data QA. Okay, value is a sign up hyphen name. Placeholder is a key. Value is a name. Name is a key and name is a value. So that is the way it will be. So you need to explore this particular text thoroughly as based on the attributes. That's okay. So ID is not there, name is there, but name is we have many names. So let's I go with this attribute of data QA. Okay. So data QA. So please tell me anyone so how to write a XPath for the data QA. Data QA of signing of username. Yeah. Let me inspect again. Let me clear this one as well. Yes. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So let me slash. Okay. So let me it will go. And what is a tag name? So this is our element which is highlighted and we are going to write. And tag name is the input type. And I'm taking this data icon as a @attribute and value for this data attribute. Okay. So this is the XPath I'm going to write. So slash is written an input type and the square bracket data hyphen QA and equal to double quotation. So square bracket ends and within the double quotation, you can provide this. Okay, sign up hyphen name, sign up hyphen name. So you see that now 0 of 0. Okay, so till now it is 0 of 0. Let me put it the value here. So now it is highlighted here. Okay, in this area of inspecting area, and also you can see the area of 1 of 1. And this is the XPath. So this is a unique XPath. So I can confidently take it and add in the code. Okay, so now web element. So first I'm taking as a web element, and it is an email name, right? Email name is my web element name, and a driver. Please find the element by .xpath. You can use. I'm providing XPath, and that is the case. I'm calling the XPath method within the double quotation. What is the XPath you copied or you have written? You just okay. So this is the way that particular element will be captured or find out. And once we this find element method, right, which will return a web element. So I'm catching it because I'm going to use this reference the next step. So that is the case. Okay. Yeah. Let me enter email name dot send key. Okay. Send key. So I want to send the test user. Okay. One @test.com. That is my email address. Okay. So I want to do multiple actions. So after entering again, I want to clear. So clear is the action. So that's what I'm telling you. You can explore more methods. You can try out. You will get that. You will get the some kind of exception errors. Okay. Again, I'm re-entering that email address. Send key. Test user to @ test.com. Okay, so there are multiple actions. So that is the case I came up with this one way of writing. And in the framework level, right? In the framework level, we will not use this one. So what we will gonna do is in the page level, we can create some simple functions. In the simple function, this particular we will not keep that inside the by class and find method. So there is some other format which will be follow and explain in the framework session. But in the tutorial point of view, when you are learning point of view, this is the better way to write this one. Okay, but the framework structure in the real time, we will not at all use this. And also, I'm telling you, this is the last session I'm going to explain this. Okay, from our next session onwards, I'll feed some kind of functions. We have to write a custom function and we can call it. Okay, yes. Next, so we done. Then, okay, we need to write a email name, right? Name is done. Email address. Okay, email name, email address also is there. Email name, email address, right? So let me inspect again for the next element. Yeah. So before going to that, I want to teach you one more topic on the XPaths. Okay, let me go through the document and we'll come back. So now, till now we done the basic. Okay, see, the syntax, the XPath syntax generally start with the double slash. Okay, that is the double slash. And what does mean the double slash and single slash? Okay, let me tell you that what is the double slash and single slash is. See, I have a one HTML format. Let me tell you the simple HTML format by taking the website of W3 standard. Please be with me. HTML W3 sports. No attributes. Distribution ID. Yeah, let's see this one. Okay. So please focus on the small HTML because in our real time we will see a lot of HTML. But by simple, if you understand the simple HTML, you can understand any object HTML. Okay. So let's see that. First, every HTML will start from the DOM. Okay, document type. So that we call a DOM. So DOM, we interview point of view also. What is a DOM? Okay, DOM is a document model. That is a web page. That's it. In that web page, it will be load, it will be render. There are two technologies, loading and rendering. Both are same. Okay. And every document will start from the HTML and end with the HTML tag. And there is a header tag, so which will start from here and it will end from here. Okay. So which means, so there is a page. So there is some header section and there is a body section. So after that, there is a body section, something like. Okay, in between we have some elements. So that's what it is. It is a header, H, and it is a B is a body, and it is a HTML. This is called a DOM. This is a DOM, document object model, as a website. Okay. So other than this other tags, we have a lot of tags. Okay, styles and everything. So currently, so we are focusing on the H1 tag. Okay, H is a header one. Okay, H is a header one, and it has attribute is a ID. Okay, so let me write the XPath for the using single slash and double slash. Yeah, so let me write the by using single slash. So I want to find out this particular. I want to find out this particular location, and I'll tell that WebDriver my attribute is there in that location. So how do I tell is, so by using this single slash XPath, it start from the HTML. Okay. And so now you see that, okay, the order, okay, order in the sense, the subdivision. So, okay. So it start from here, and you see that there is a header in the base, same line, and style also in the same line, and also here also same line, and our input tag, our body is right here. In the body there is a HTML tag. Okay. So what we need to do? So we need to move to like a body. Okay. So let me go to here. Uh, Let me write it here. Body. Body is the tag, and inside the body we have a h1 tag. H1 tag. In the h1 tag, I want to write a locator. So id equal to some my header, or this is fine for that. There is a no locator is required here. Okay, this is the way. So now what it does is, so WebDriver internally, when you provide this locator XPath by using single slash XPath, so that time a WebDriver will see that, okay, HTML page, it will parse in the sense of read where it is. Internally, the API call will happen to this HTML. WebDriver API will happen. Internally, it will go to the each and every node. Okay, it went to the HTML and look for the next body. So it will scan the body. Where is the body? Where is the body? Every node, every tag will go. So then it found here. See how it travels? Each and every node it travels. So this is a kind of drawback. Okay, and it found in the body. Then after again it moved to the next tag is the h1. So then it will reach it. Okay, then it will find the find element by using the driver. Okay, so this is the way it will traverse each and every check, each and every tag will be scanned. So there is a each and every tag will be scanned, and then until that particular path will be satisfied to the last node, last tag. Okay. So now if I write XPath by using slash slash. Okay, I'll tell you directly H1. Okay, I am at the H1. Okay, so this is my ID, and so it is my header. So this is the way it will be. ID equal to header, and this is my XPath. So now this time when the API call will happen, okay, so just you will directly jump onto the HTML, and it immediately scan to H1. It will not go into the every element because I have an ID. Based on the ID, I can check it. And first I will. So where is the next immediate H1 is there? So if it is a H1 is there, it will come here and check that, and the ID is matching or not. But there is no in between the H1. Directly H1 is there here only, but it will not scan HTML body and H2. So this way it will not scan. Directly jump onto the respective node. That is a tag name we given. Double slash which tell that first from the HTML where is the H1 is there. Just move it. Don't want to compare inside the every element, every sub element, something like. So this is the speed of processing our XPath by using XPath, right? So now here see that I verify that ID is matching, which is given in that. Oh, it is matching. Then this is the element. It will find out. Okay. So this is a direct way. It will not go into the H1 body like that. Just to go to the particular web element, input tag name, then I compare the ID. Suppose here we have one tag example, and the ID is header 1 is there, for example. Okay, then it will skip to the second one. So the exact attribute matching element till process, till parse, something like. Okay. Yes, I hope clear, right? Please let me know. Yes. Yeah. So you can see that single slash select the node from root, and if you want to select the first value available node and this expression used. Okay, so double slash is direct automatically the matching of the selection, matching of the node. Okay, so this is a directly input type. So like that, and you have a at the rate. At the rate is a particular attribute. Okay, at the rate is a particular attribute, and the dot is a current node. So these are the enhanced some functions on it. Let me show you that what is a dot, and I will explain first. Okay, so now you see dot. Dot is a current node, and if you put the double dot and the parent node, and asterisk is any element. Okay, so these are the pipe symbol is and operation or operation. Okay, and there are some kind of functions also there. There are kind of some functions, XPath functions we have. Let me show you that. Yeah, so this is about, yeah, let me show you. Go to it here. Yeah. So now if I put, okay, if I put, so I want to, so let assume that one more thing I want to explain here. So now let me assume that, okay, so this particular input type does not have a type text, does not have a data QA, does not have a placeholder. Only this value of is there. Okay, only value of there. Value of is there. Okay, but it is not a attribute. It is not a. It is a free text. We cannot write the XPath by using this one. So what I can do is this type of time. So we need to look for the parent object. We need to look for the parent object. So you see that there are kind of arrows here. So this is a arrow which we can see here, and there is a arrow in the below arrow. Okay, so this is a not open and it is a open node. Open node is in the sub section. Okay, so in this structure of the HTML, it is not an open node because that current element which we inspect is not in this particular node. Whether it is a down arrow, which means the particular inspected element, it is under this particular sub node, something like. Okay, so and you see this is a parent here. Okay, parent is a form is a parent tag. Okay, and also for this form parent, which one is the division. So division is a class again. Okay, so let me begin from here. I'll write the XPath from this parent to and this child. Okay, okay, division is a parent and under the form is a child. Under the form, we have a second input type is a subchild. So let me write this XPath for this. Follow carefully here. I'll write here. // div is a tag name. And so what is the attribute here? In the division, only one attribute, that is a class attribute. Let me write this XPath. So first tag is, what is the parent tag? So we have starting with the division. Div is our first division tag. And this division tag will have what is the attribute it has. So this is my parent tag. I'm writing the XPath from here, parent to child. Okay, so now this is a class attribute and it is a sign of hyphen form. So this is the started with the tag name. Then after, so we need to provide the square bracket at the rate, and is a class is attribute, and within the class what is the value? It is a sign up. Okay, sign up hyphen form. Okay, so then after, so close this one. So this particular XPath for this division of this division tag, but our focus on this input tag. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to traverse from here to here. Okay, so then again we can put the slash. Okay, so then again we can put the slash. So then after, so what is the next node name is form. So node name is form. So then after, what is the next node is under the input type. Now we can see that there are in the under the form, how many input tags are there? One tag, one first input tag, second input tag, third input tag, fourth input tag, fifth one is a button. Okay, there are four input tags are there, but we want to go in the input of two, not one. So we need to write a indexing format way. So here square bracket and the index is 2. I want to traverse the second input type. So this is the way we can write the XPath from parent node to child node. Okay. So we are not processing entire HTML. So this is some subdivision of the XPath. Okay. So this is a parent to child navigation, or we can do child to parent navigation as well. Okay. So that logic also there, but just to let me know. So this one we can write and see the example. So when we can do that, we do not have any attribute to find out for this particular XPath. Or there is XPath having some one attribute that is a dynamic. Every time it is changing. So if I write that element, then my script will run one time. The second release, it will be fail. So such cases we need to tag from the parent to child. Okay. So let me clear and write this XPath. / division. So you can see one more thing here. I want to tell you in the XPath representation. So whenever I type / tag name, okay. So now you can see that result 1 of 30. So what does mean is in this particular HTML, there are division tags 30. We have a 30 division tags which I have in this page, right? So that is the one. Suppose if I clear this one, okay, let me clear, right? Yeah, if I change to a tag, how many anchor tags are there? Anchor tags in the sense links. So how many links are represented in the web page is 10. Why? How I know? So / tag name, which will give that a count here. So there are some kind of scenarios. So once you log in this page and find out the number of links are available, and please click link one by one. Find the broken links on the web page. Every link is navigating. There is no broken links, which means it is working as expected. If you click that one by one, if any one of the link is not loading, page not found, 404, 50, 500 error, some error kind of messages which will be displayed. That time we can say that okay, broken link. Okay, something is broken from this particular website. So those kind of test cases will be there, and this is one of the interview question. How do you find broken links on the page? Okay, so you have to remember A is a tag for a links representation. So you need to write a XPath for links A, and head driver find my web element by using this XPath. Okay, and count how many elements we can get the count. Find elements. This time we have to use find elements. SS. Okay, we have a 10. So iterate by using Java code loop and click one by one whether all the navigations is happening or not. So that is the way we will test. Okay. So that time we can use this XPath. Okay. There are a lot of users. That is the case. People will ask XPath CSS. Right? Yes. So now I want to compare UL tags on order list. Okay, order list. LI tag, order list, something like. Okay, 8. So there are drop downs. What is the tag of drop down? Select tag. No select tag. Input tag. How many input tags we have in this page? 9. Okay. So buttons. How many button tags we have? 3. So this is the way we can find out. Okay. So let me jump on to the parent XPath. Set grade class. again. Let me copy. Form. So now form. So we have a form one. Okay. Again slash input type. So under the form, you can see that how many input types we have. Four. So yes, one, two, three, and four. Fifth one is it is there. There is an element that is a different element. That element is button. But this under the form we have a four. So under the in the sense it is a child. Okay, there are five sub elements. Okay, child elements in the under the form section form tag. Okay, there are four input tags and one is button. But our intention should be in the second one. So now you see the which is highlighted. First one is highlighted. Okay. Now here I'll put the index format as a array of index 2. So I want to click or I want to navigate to the second. So this is a square bracket and provide the index number which input one tag you want to traverse or you want to find out. Suppose I want to last one, so I can keep the 4. So the last one. So that is the way we can navigate. Okay. So let me put those two. So we are finding by yes. Okay. Let me write for this email address. Where is the email address? Second one only email address. Yeah, this is the one. So let me use this one. This is the way we can write the parent to child XPath. Now go to here. So now WebDriver. Let me clear this one. Okay. Yeah. WebElement and email address equal to hey driver find element. Okay, by dot I copied the XPath, so I have to use XPath function only. XPath. And what is XPath? Yeah, // division. Sign up page is a parent under the form. Under the second input, I want to find out. Yes, email address equal to. So it is a email name only or username. Okay. So then we can change the test data. It is a username. One username two. So then send key test user 3 at the rate test.com. That's it. Now next is click on button. Okay, so click on button. So let me find out the inspecting the button. Now you see there is a button. Okay, yeah. Let me see. So now this time we can write the XPath by using button is a tag. Okay, and I want to take the attribute is class. I want to take the attribute is class. And I want to tell you that the class, how it will be a real time. Okay. So now you see that class is a single class. Okay. Sometimes the single name or single attribute value will be there. Sometimes there is a space and there is a one more class name. There are multiple class names which will have for the class. Currently also we have a button space, the first class name, and there is another button hyphen default. So this is the way it will be there sometime. And now you can see here the above parent one, it is a single class. It is a single class. There is no spaces between that. It a hyphen in the sense it is a followed by the text, which means whenever you have a spaces between the word, so which means that the class having a multiple classes. Okay, multiple classes. So that is the one. So because you can see the real time we have bigger class names. Okay, one, two, more than two or sometime. Okay, yeah. So let me write this XPath by using the both. Okay, let's see the both classes. So how do we do? Let me clear this one, and directly I'm writing now in the console only. Let me clear the draws and Control F. Okay, so let me clear here, and I'm capturing directly class. Okay, class name / button at the rate. I copied the entire stuff and square bracket. Now you see, and so now you see one of three. Okay, one of three. Most of the time, class names may be duplicate. Most of the time. Okay, rarely it will be unique because so there are three buttons. The developer defaultly added as a button default. Button default means action is click. So that is the case he has written button space button default. It is a button. He is telling that this button class but okay button class btn and button default action is click. So that is the way he has written. Okay, so this basically same thing if he is going to design a next button. So same attribute will be he will copy paste. Okay, because he will not more focus on the element uniqueness. He is focused on the developing his web designing. Okay, so that is the one. Now we want to make this one as a unique. Okay, so let me see that. So where it is there. Okay, the first one. Okay, it is highlighted here. Second one, and the third one is in the email address part. First one in the here. Okay, so now you see there are some places. This is a button, and this is a button. Okay, and this is the button, and we took the class name or duplicate. By using the class name only, I want to write XPath to unique one. Okay, so that time again we can take the parent level. Okay, we can look for the parent. So because this is the division, okay, in the page, so there would be some kind of parent is there. So this is the another division. There is a parent will be there. So this is another division. The parent will be there. So that is the way we need to write the XPath. Okay, so let's write the XPath for this one. Okay, let's copy and you see form. So this is a form section, login form. Okay, let me take the form and what is the attribute? Action is the attribute. Okay, so let me / form. Okay, / form. Mm, form and at the rate. Okay, so square bracket. Now it is a unique one. Okay, login form. So there is another form that is a different name, that is a case. This attribute is unique. Now inside that I want to traverse the button. Okay, inside the button I want to specify my class name. Class name. So class name equal to this button of button default. Button default. Now this time you can see there are two kind of attributes which we used. Okay, one is a form level attribute and again button level attribute. Okay, now you can see only one attribute, accurate attribute is find out. Okay, so only one attribute which is in the login button. This is in the login button, but our intent should be in the this one sign up button. Okay, let me inspect this sign up and the name of the action is sign up. Okay, copy this one, paste it here. Mm. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, now sign up button. So copy the sign up button. Okay, let me go here and write the sign up code. So driver. So please find the web element and by.xpath. I'm capturing XPath and double quotes. So this is my XPath. And once you find the element, so just click the button, hit the button, right? Yes. So this is about a kind of XPath, right? Okay. So now here I want to write a, I want to write once we load this page. Yeah. So now here I'm writing. So find out, find out the number of links on this page. Okay. So how do you do that? So I told you links tag is a tag. Link tag is a tag. Okay. HTML, how will we represent a tag? Okay. For XPath for this // a. Okay. So now let me write in the XPath also. Or let me go here. // a. How many? 10. How many? So 10. 1 of 10. So this page has 10 links. So now let me do that. The code how we can write. So we need to inform to the driver, hey driver, find element, not element, this time number of elements. Okay, I want to find the more elements by using this tag. This tag is giving our 10 elements. So hey driver, okay, so driver, find elements. This time I will use find elements, not a find element. So please see that. Okay. Let me go back. One second. Take the snapshot. Okay, it will not work. Maybe the suggestion will not be stay, I think. Oh, no, it is not. Okay. So anyway, so please be with me again. So find element. So find element. Till now we use find element. Element is single element. We are looking for single element. But this XPath is coming // a is a tag which can return multiple elements. Okay. So this time we'll use hey driver finds element. Okay. Find elements by using the given XPath. Okay. And by dot XPath // a double quotation // a. Okay. And semicolon. And you see that. So what is exactly here? Find elements. Find elements is returning list of web elements. Okay, list of web elements. So I told you, right? I forwarded some links, collection links. Okay, Java collections list set. Please go through those videos if you are not go through. Please go through that. Okay. So now you see list of web elements will be written. So how do we capture? Yes.
Nagesh, sorry to interrupt. Your screen has been struck.
No, it is not so. Is the same for all? Please confirm.
No, it looks fine.
We are able to see.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
maybe
it's
my
fine.
Something at your end, I think. Srina's end. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, thank you. Now, so list. So list is a collection. Okay, and type is a web element type. So we are retrieving or we are storing or we are collecting a web element, and so it is from the Java util. Okay, this section is from the Java util. Okay, so the Java util list is added, and we are giving a elements. Now earlier is the element, and what is the element? It is a link links. Okay, I give the links element or link element links just to make it link. Okay, now so I can print that. Okay, so links dot. So there is a direct method in the link. We can print or we can get the size. So there is a method called size. So by the way, I can come to know there are 10 links I can print it here. Okay. So let me print that code as well. So number of links are presented on the page. are displayed on the page. Okay, links dot size. Links dot is a size, so which will represent the size. Okay, now we want to iterate and print that link text. So again, now till now we have a Selenium concept. Now we require to expose our test to Java concept. So there is a iterate loop. Okay, loop for loop. It is initialization I equal to 0. Okay, and there is a condition operator I less than links dot size. So till this size I need to iterate. Okay, and I plus every time I want to iterate it. Okay, and links dot. Okay, get is a method and which will give that index, and I is my index which will start from 0, and the first link will come. Okay, first link will become. So I will store as a link into a link as a web element. Is that web element? Yes, it is a web element. Okay, web element. There are many methods here we are calling here. So it is a multiple links, in the sense multiple links. Inside that, by using get of I, first link. Okay, I am storing as a link. Okay, link. Then it is a web element. See, so there are lot of logic here. Web element. These are the list of web element. So in that list of web elements, we are iterating first element. Okay, in that web element, I want to get that text. Get the text. A text is a link. Okay, so that is what. Okay, text. Link name will come. Link name. Link text. Okay, so let me print this one. System.out.println. So let me store in the string format, and link name. Link name equal to, now it will be sysout and display link text. It is a display link name. Display link name. And the link, sorry, links, link name, sorry, link name. So now let me explain you. So this particular, by using this / tag, we got a 10 links here. 10 links of web element references. In the web element references, so we are iterating 10, right? So it is size is 10. So first one is comparing 0 greater than. Okay, so then it true. It inside that index is 0. Very first time 0. So which means the first link will be come into store here, and that first web element link, and capture the link text by using the getText. That will be stored in the string format. So why this time is a web element, this time is a string? Because so here links are as a web elements. In that list, we have a method to get a first web element. That is the case, we return as a web element and we captured it here. And within the single link, we are capturing the getText. GetText is the method which will return a string type of value. So that is the case, we return and we are catching the string value. So that string value is a link name. So that we are printing here. Okay. So till it will iterate 10 greater than 10, it falls, then it will come out from the loop. So that is the case. Okay. I hope you clear in this. Let me move on it. Okay. Display. Now, this is the code logic. Yeah, let's. So this is about overall the pretty much basic concept of XPath. Okay, this is fair enough current thing. So let me move on to the CSS as well. Okay, and as well we can move to the next step as well. So this is the step where we can go fill the title name email. Okay, let me go here. So
Rakesh, one quick question. When you do the link test, right, you get a blank value. Would that be treated as a broken link when you do the function?
No. See here, just we are printing it. So
That's right.
there
Yeah.
is a one more logic. There is a one more logic we need to write here. Okay. So this is a web element. You want to click. Okay. So either print the text label, then you can apply here. So link dot get link dot click. So once you click this link, again you have a conditions. So you can write the logic, this logic. So you will return the next page of the web element is displayed. Then this link is uh, working. So if at all the page is not rendered in the next web element is not displayed, then this particular link is broken. So we have to write a logic here. Okay, after click, we need to do that. Whether the action is correct action is performed, this is the output. For that, we need to write some condition case.
Okay, we can read the label of that page, right? Anything.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can label up the page. We can get the current URL. So current
Right.
URL does not have any error. Okay,
Right.
that way also we can do it. That is
Okay.
our next level of thing. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Next thing is Let's move on to next one is. Let me. I can close this one. Next. For demo test 111 test demo 111@gmail.com. Okay, click on sign up. Yeah. So this is the page, next page. Okay, so this is the page, and the test, as per the test case, let's see this one. So now once we click this sign in button, so enter the verify the enter account information. So this is the enter information. So this is a H2. Okay, let's see that. So we can validate it or break. Yeah, H2. So within the H2 we have a break, and so we can get this text as well. Okay, so let me verification. I will write the next level next time. So let me fill this one. So fill the title, name, and email address and date of birth. Okay. So let me fill that and title. Okay, title is Mr. or Mrs. Okay. So Mr.'s. Okay, Mr. Suppose for example it is a radio button. Now you can click and see that. Yeah. Can anyone tell me that how to write XPath for this one? So then I'll move on to the CSS. Is someone? So what is XPath? How do I write XPath for this radio button?
Yeah, / div.
Yes. /
Square bracket.
Yeah. / div.
Square bracket. Input.
Okay. Let me. Okay. Input, right?
Yeah. @name.
Input. Okay. Okay. So let me tell you. So we have done one mistake here. So we don't. Here we have a class, right? A radio button something. Either you can take this one, either directly you can take the input this one. So either way. So here we have a kind of unique thing, title and ID are there. We can directly take the input type. Okay. So let me correct it here. So now / input type. Okay. This time I'm taking ID and ID equal to generate.
Yeah, we
What
can
is that?
also use name also, right? Name equal to type.
Yes. Yeah, we can also take. Yes. And yeah, so we can take this. Okay, we can take this. Yeah, this is the unique one. Yeah, let me move on to the CSS topic. Okay, so what is the CSS selector? What is that? We can see. So next is like the CSS selector. So why do we need and what is the benefit if you use? Okay, so earlier days we used to not use much on this CSS selector because there are some limitations. Okay, we used to use frequently in the XPath, but earlier we are not using, no, not at all using say CSS selector. There are some kind of lack of functions. So later point of time in the Selenium 4, so they optimize, they upgraded the same methods which are there in the XPath. So that is the case. It is pretty much uh, useful nowadays, and it is a little bit faster if you use a selector. Okay, if you use a XPath instead of selector, CSS selector, so the execution speed it will be increased a bit. So that is the advantage from the XPath to CSS, but which will not replace the XPath. XPath has some own function, and CSS also has it has some kind of rich own functions. But if you use entire CSS selector, and that is a execution speed which will be increased instead of using XPath. Okay, so that is the major difference. And let's see the syntax and how we can write it. Okay. Yeah. So every selector we have an ID class, okay, sub attributes and all those things. So let me go here and mm, so this is the way we can write the first one. Okay, node or input type, tag or node is both are same. Okay, tag or node both are same. Creating XPath. So first it is like a similar for the XPath way, but here is a node we call as a tag name. But there is a no slashes. Okay, there is a no slashes in the CSS. Just to node an attribute and attribute value. So this is a one way. We have many ways we have. Let's see that. Okay. So let me go to the our site and so whatever we have written for this radio button. Okay, instead of XPath we can write a CSS. So what is a node? Node is an input type, and the slash @ID is the attribute, and double quotation square bracket or single quotation square bracket. Let me inspect this element and it is a gender. I will generate gender. Yes. So what happened is that we followed.
At the rate is not needed for CSS icon copies.
Yes, at the rate. There is a no at the rate. Just only the attribute name, attribute value. Tag name is nothing but a node, and attribute name and attribute value. So there is a no. Most of the people will write like this. That is the case. So please remove that at the rate and it will work fine. Yes. Now still we have issue. I is missing. Sorry for that. Now you can see one of one. So this is the way that CSS is written. Okay. Mostly the first preferences use CSS only because it is a faster. But most of the people that which the older or the experienced guys still they are using XPath because they're pretty much similar. They pretty much easily write the XPath. That is the case. But you are a beginner, you should focus on the CSS. Okay, CSS. Okay, yes. So first one is a node or a tag name. There is a attribute value, attribute and attribute value. That's all. There is a no at the rate something. Yes. So let me copy this one and we'll write the code for that one also. So let me copy and go here. Driver. Okay, I'm telling the driver dot find element and by dot. This time I will not use XPath. I will use CSS selector. CSS selector because I have written that CSS selector on that. Okay, I know that CSS selector for this particular element. Once it is found, it is a radio button. What is the operation? Click. Okay. So based on the web element, the action will be taken. So now next is sign up. Sign up. What is it? Sign up. Newsletter, first and last name. Okay. Let me enter this value. So inspect element. Okay. Yeah, it is by default to create default value. Okay, name is already default, and password we need to enter. Yeah, I think we need to enter. Let me check. Choose strong password, one password. Yeah, we need to enter the password. What is this password? Inspect. Yes, it is a required. So, and one more thing I want to tell you here. Okay, so in the web element, so you see that there is a asterisk. What is mean by this one? Asterisks of the label, which means these are the mandatory. But how do you know the Selenium is it is a mandatory? So here the developer will give that required, required text, required something like. Okay, so there is a kind of a tag also there, but it doesn't give it. Required is true, required is false, something like. But he gave that required free text. Okay, so that is the way we can do. And so now let me take type. Okay, let's use the type is one of the attribute, and we can write the. So let's start the session. And so where we are, so we need to write a XPath for this password. Okay, so let me inspect this one, and let's try for this type. Okay, type is our attribute, and tag is input tag. Input tag. Input is our tag node or tag name, and type is our attribute. And what is the value of the inspector? But again, password is a type. Single quotes, password type. Double quotes also fine, I think. Yeah. What is there? Okay, two types. Single quote. Okay. Let me remove this way. Yes. Now it is selected. So you can use any attribute. Okay, this time there is a no slashes, there is a no attribute because it is a CSS selector. CSS selector will have node and spare bracket. There is a attribute value without attribute and attribute name and value. That's it. So now let me go here. Driver dot find element by dot CSS selector. So now what is that in input? So most of the people are asking here password. Suppose admin123. So now I want to encrypt this one. So again, what we need to do, we need to take a Java library. Okay, that is another Java library. So for here, password encryption. Okay, password encryption. Encryption library is there. So we need to import, and we need to create a object class object for the library. Pass this password onto the class object. So that will give that encrypted code. That code will be passed. So that is the way you can implement. Okay. Yes. Now we can see for this. Let me check that any other functions we have a CSS selector. Yeah. So we have done this one. So where is the node? Node is a HTML tagnet and of the HTML node, and where it need to be located. Attribute name is name of the attribute which is located. Value is the value of the attribute. Okay. So what are the different way we can create a CSS selector? So by using ID, by using class name, by using attribute, Okay, it's substring and combination of attributes as well. So now you can see that there is one example is given and has written here. So here he is focusing on ID. So we already done, but let me show you that here it is ID. Okay, and the input tag, and this is HTML one, and this is a UI one. So now for this, how it is written? So node is a HTML. Okay, that is the case. He wrote that input type, and ID is the first name ID. Value is the value. So that is the way it is written. So now instead of next one, okay, the next one is below. So instead of writing a square bracket, okay, square bracket we used to write as a XPath level, but we can also avoid this writing a square bracket. So what we can do is we can place after a node, we can represent as a hash. So this hash for only ID. Okay. So when it is a ID attribute only, please remember that. Okay. Not for type attribute. Type attribute, that time we have to write this format only, square bracket format only. Whenever it is the ID only. Okay. If it is ID, you don't represent this ID value. Instead of ID, you can put the hash. Okay. Apart from the ID, you have to write the square bracket format, attribute name, attribute name, and attribute value. Okay. Yes. So let me move on to next element, and we can write the code for that as well. So what is the next element? Let's take this one. Input type or box. Yeah, sign up. So click on this sign up button. So here we can have ID. A newsletter is there. Okay. So let's see that it is an input type. Okay, it is an input type text box hash, and this input text box will have ID. So we'll write a ID value only, directly newsletter. So there is a no square bracket, there is a no ID attribute name. So this hash, in the sense, hash itself is ID. It reads, okay, CSS selector, which will read node followed by ID is a newsletter. Okay, this is a one way of writing, optimizing for our CSS selector. Copy this one. Driver dot find element by dot ID by dot CSS selector, and this is my CSS selector, and click on click on that. Okay, so this is the way we can write that. Another way of writing a CSS selector, and which has hash, in the sense it is a ID. Okay, so in your mind, whenever a hash is there, if anybody written like this node hash, so it is a ID, and followed by the ID value, and it is a CSS selector, CSS selector, CSS selector format. So let me check one more thing here. We have some set of formats we have. Yes. Now the second one, because this will be like useful for while writing your. Don't write the XPath from for this class onwards. Please focus on the CSS only. Only the size related thing. So the only you can go for that indexing thing. Then we can go for that. Other than that, we have to use CSS selectors only. Okay. So that is the case. I'm not covering XPath functions because I'm covering CSS functions. So by the way, you will also practice on the CSS functions only. Okay. Yes. Now you can see that UI is a current address. Okay. So this is a current address text area, and this is a HTML area. Okay. Now see that. So what is the class name here? So already we written, but just exploring this one. Yeah. Class equal to form. So I told you that only ID time only. Okay. So ID, it is a class. Okay. So for ID is there, we can go with the hash. Similarly, If it is a class is there for any tag, so then we can go with the dot. These are the two special cases. One is ID, one is class. So one is ID, one is class. So you can write this way, okay. But there is another way. Text area, node name, dot. Dot is representing a class for the tag, class for the text area tag, and followed by the form control. Form control. So this is another way. So this is also true. We can, but we need to write this format better. Okay. So let me inspect and write the next input type from here. So let's see and receive a special offer from the input. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Class name is not there. Class is not there. So we have a class here. Let me check this input. Yeah, here we have a class. So let's try this one. Okay. So now input type dot first name. No. Sorry, form control. You see how many we have? 12. We have 12. So sometimes duplications. So what we need to do? We need to first one, right? So we need a first one. So we can go for the label of root node. Okay, label of root node is first name. Okay, so we can write a CSS selector for this. So how do we write a CSS selector for the label? So label LABLE half square bracket for is a attribute and it is a first name, first underscore name and a single quotes ends. Okay, and ends. So see, how do you write this? It is not working. Let me remove this one and see. Yes. So then followed by square bracket root node, right, slash input. It will not work. What is the next way? We need to write input type class name. Will it work? Let's check. It will not work. So there are two. Okay, there are two. We need to pass. So this such cases we need to go for XPath. So we cannot traverse. We cannot put slashes. So it will not work. Okay, so if I write XPath, it will work. Right? So slash label at the rate, then close this end of the X and slash input type. What is the wrong in this one? Slash label for first name underscore. Oh my god.
We can also directly give P, right? We can also give directly instead of label, directly give P and P of input. That would also go directly.
P of label, okay.
Yeah, you can directly give P.
P. So P class required is form, but P may be duplicate, right? Again. So because here is there.
Yeah, P and then you can go for slash. Then you can give input equal to P slash input equal to
P slash
Square
Input
bracket,
equal
square bracket, I meant to say square bracket, and then input, @input.
input. No, this is not the way. Input is a tag,
Okay.
right? Again, it is not a tag. It is not an
Okay,
attribute. It
then
is a tag.
go with ID equal to /p @ID equal to. You can give that one also.
No. P does not have ID. You see that P does
No,
not
I
have
mean to
ID.
say for input you have it, right? We're taking input // and
Okay.
because it is underneath P, so I think that should work.
Okay. We are coming from again CSS to like XPath, right? That is the case I'm
Understood what you
explaining.
meant to say. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the way we can. Yeah. So this kind of situation we can go for CSS. What's all about? So either we can write a CSS for this as well. Okay. So what we can do, we can ID, right? Directly we
Yeah, I
can
think we can
slash
directly put input dot
input
firstly.
not dot. It is a hash.
Oh, sorry, yes, hash.
Hash is like ID. Yeah. So this is also fine. Okay. So we can use this one CSS like that. But I'm explaining that example. Our example is like class. So that is what it is. So we need to use for the class. So for the class we can use class, either we can use dot. So that example broken for the particular, it is not working for the particular text box which we selected.
I think if in case there are
Let
multiple
me,
values, like how to do with
yeah,
CSS selector, that is one more thing. How to find out.
that is one more. Yeah. So that time we need to find the root elements only. Yeah. So it is unique only you can take it in the CSS level. Whether the class is unique only you can take it. Other than that, it's nothing.
Will it not
Okay.
work for
So
multiple values, CSS selector? Like suppose
correct.
you have to filter it by one or index 1, index 2, like that.
Yeah, we have that some functions. We have that some functions.
Okay.
Okay, let me move on to the, you can also process from the child to parent as well. So it does also have some capability. But here we can see that arrow, some syntax are different. So now, let me try this one. So arrow is the parent to child direction. You see how to locate an element, one element to another element, parent to child. So this is the arrow function, parent locator and child locator. So now see that, and we can write the XPath. We'll try to write. So let's see. Please carefully see this example. It's a good example. So this kind of example will not have in our site. So that is the case. That is the case I took it. Okay. So now you see the current address. So in the current address, so we can see that this is the division. So which is the division? This is the division. Under that we have a text area. Okay. Under that we have a text area. Okay. So we can write directly a division. So the division of, okay, we can write this division. So this division is here node under the text. So this is a text area. Okay. So under the text area, one of the attribute placeholder. Where is the placeholder here? Yeah. So this is a placeholder, and placeholder value is current value. So this is the way we can write. So parent to child navigation in the XPath, and also CSS also we have child. So in the XPath, what we'll do, one slash will be kept, but here is a arrow. So in the CSS level, it is a arrow. Okay. Now you can see division is a root tag hyphen slash. Okay, this arrow and text area placeholder here attribute and value. Okay. So now the next extension. So parent selector, parent CSS locator, and in the child we have, and we have nth type. So last time also we saw, right, there is a second index of text XPath. Okay, second index, second input type. So that also, let me go the best example. That is the one. Let me write that one. Go and write, and let me understand better understanding. Go back to here. Let me clear the data. So not now, you see, please be focus on here. Okay, CSS selectors are very, very important. Now we can write, last time we have written from the XPath, from parent to the child. So this is the first parent, second parent is a form, and under the second parent we have a child multiple. So we need to third one, second one, that we need to traverse or we need to find out. Okay, so to do that, we have written XPath, right? Now we need to write a CSS selector. So so first one is the division. So division is a tag. Under the division, okay. So under the division, so we can write a division class also. Division at the rate class sign up. What is the name of that class name? Sign up form. Sign up form. Then arrow. Then form. Okay. Then form. Then arrow is a childhood parenthood to child, and so this is a input. It is a input. From the input, we need to the nth index. So here in the XPath zero the square bracket index is given. For here, what we need to do is we need to provide the one nth index format. Let me show you that. Here you see colon nth index nth of nth of index type. Okay, so this is the one. So let me write here, and so this is my child element, and colon nth of type index bracket. Third one. So this is the way we can write it for the CSS selector from the parent to child. P to C. P to C means parent to child. So let me write here in this inspector area, and control F and remove the existing thing, and I clear the existing draws, and now I'm writing here. So let's see that division, sorry, again div, and what is the class name? Class name equal to, what is the class name for the division is sign up form. Sign up form, and arrow, and for a form. Okay, so we are in the form. Again in the form we have a arrow and input type. Input type is a tag name. Sub tags. So how many tags we have? You can see that 0, 1 of 4 here. So yeah, really it has a 4. So I want to navigate third. So in the CSS selector. So further what we need to do? We need to write a nth index. So how do you write? So after the child tag colon nth hyphen of hyphen type hyphen and provide the index number. Third. So this is the way we can write the parent to child CSS selector. Clear? Yes. Now now we can go to our documentation. So let's see any other methods we can see. Yeah. nth of WebElement. Yeah.
I think in the class also we can put this dot again, right? In that same example,
Ha.
previous example. That's one more we can.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it
Let me
works or
check
not.
that. Let me check that. Yeah. So like he's asking that we unable to add exercise this one class replacing with the dot, right? Yes. Let me show you that first, and where is that? ID. This is ID hash. Now class name. Mhm. Yeah, dot. So when you use class, right, class equal to form, instead of a square bracket, we can remove directly and we will not represent a class, just put by dot. Okay, node dot is a class and class name. So this way we can replace and check it here. So here, just I want to remove till division dot in this class name, and form in form is the one. Yeah, you see it is working. So now we can see now what is the meaning of this one, right? Division is a node and the dot is a class and the class name is sign up hyphen form. Under the parent to child form is there. Under the child is the input. Under that nth of type third input type. So that is the one. Yeah, pretty much good, this one also. Let me show you here and everybody can see it properly. Yeah. Yes. The previously. So now you see the comparison. Let me show you this. This is also important one. So here div is a node and class value and parent to chain form and again parent to chain in input type. So what we have done is, so instead of writing a square bracket, whether it is a class name, if you taken, so in the CSS you can put the dot, replacing the dot. Earlier we saw that ID for hash. Okay, whenever you have ID, unique ID, you can go with that ID as a hash. And the class is there, you can go with the dot in the CSS format. So this is the way we can write it. Okay, let me. Yeah, now you can see one more real live UI as well. So yeah, everything look like same only. Yeah, let me see this one. So it is a similar one only, but there is a kind of drop down you have. Okay, there is a kind of drop down you have, and this is the input type, and so we have a options. So that time also we can see that nth element like parent to child relationship only, and you can see that arrow. There is arrow is followed by this one. You have a list and an order list and the order list. So that and there is a one more way we can write if it is a ID is there. Okay, ID is there, but there is a regular expression. So user n. Okay, after that a name change. Okay, you can put a link text, partial link text, right? Partial value is there. Your ID is a partial value. Okay, so your value is actual, ID is a username, and so for example, when we use this one, right? There is a some two there is a ID, and sometime let me show you write it here. Sometime what will happen in that UI level. So they will keep that username, and sometimes they will replace 123. This 123 next time it will be 345. Next time it will be 564. Okay, that is it. So that time what we can do is this vary part, right? This vary part we will not compare. We can put that partial value. So how do we put the partial value is, so this is the format. So input type is a node, square bracket for CSS, and ID of till function. Okay, the cap function, right? So that cap which will tell that. Okay, so followed by the equal to value till this match, then you can find out. So that is the way it is. Okay. So
it is like a regular expression, right? That's what they're talking
it is like regular expression. Yes, it is like regular regex. And you can see there is an end of that. Okay, dollar you can put, end of the matching nodes, dollar inputs. Earlier, this was not there in that CSS. This was there in the XPath, but in Selenium 3+4, right? This has been added. Okay, that's all about this. This is about a CSS selector. Yeah, please practice it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I will stop here. We can continue on